This is assignment 71, and I'm going to do a couple of these just to review these fractional problems, but I'm going to change the equality sign to the equal sign to an inequality. So if I have, and you might want to write this down so you can see the steps. I'm not going to do too many. Okay. Oh, and I want to change this to greater than or equal to 10. Okay. So I'm changing the problem a little bit, but I really want to review these fractions, how you do these. So if I'm doing this problem, who knows, I'm on the X side, who knows the first thing that I need to get rid of?
The 11.
I need to get rid of the 11. I'm sorry, yes, Sean? I know, but I said I'm changing it because your assignment is going to be with inequalities. So on this one, so you're right, you get rid of the negative 11. What you do to one side, you do to the other. And then you have to be careful that you leave that negative side, that negative sign. So it's a negative 1/10 x is greater than or equal to, who knows what this is going to be? Negative 1. Now, if you have a negative, I would get rid of it right away with the inequalities. Who knows how you're going to get rid of that? Just change all the signs. In other words, here's a sign, and here's a sign. So I'm going to end up having a positive 1/10x. And then what happens to this greater than or equal to? It's less than or equal to. And this negative 1 becomes a positive 1. Now with this type of fraction, I'm going to use the reciprocal. So to get rid of a 1/10, I'm going to put a 10/1. To get rid of that, again, what I do to one side, I do to the other. But on this right side, do I really need the 1? No, because there's no fraction over here. So 1 divided by 1 is 1. 10 divided by 10 is 1. 1 times x is less than or equal to what? Is equal to 10. All right, so I'm just going to do a couple, and then I'm going to get you started. I'll look at the number. I'm sorry, Sean, did you have a question?
No, I'm going to be doing this side with one side, right? That's the only.
Yeah, I'm going to let you know in just a second. I might have you do a few of them. So let me look at another one. I guess we'll do this one. Oh yeah, the number 14. All right, so the number 14, I'm going to make it into an inequality. It's 18 is, I'm going to put, again, greater than or equal to negative w/32 plus 20. So write this down so you have some notes. It is this one. But again, I'm making it an inequality because you're going to have inequalities today. So make sure you're focusing on, okay, girls, I need you to focus. Yes, ma'am.
How do you know what side the iron goes?
This one?
Yeah.
Right now, I just made this up, but it depends on if you've got a negative, like we flip everything and then it flips. But this W should always end up on the left side. But let's go ahead and follow through. So you should be writing this down. So forget where it is right now. Right now it's on the right side, and I can keep it here. There's actually 2 ways to do it. There's 2 ways to do this, and I'm going to let you do it either way. So I'm going to rewrite this right here. This is 18 is greater than or equal to, because I have my own preferred way, but you might not like that way. So the typical way is you're going to get rid of this positive 20. How would I get rid of the positive 20?
Negative.
So negative 20, negative 20. And so what is left right here?
-2.
Negative 2 is greater than, and I've got left a negative W over 32. Now, if I'm doing it this way, I don't want a negative in front of that W. So who knows what you should do with that sign? Right. Change all of the signs. So this is going to become a W over 32. This is going to become a less than. This is going to become a positive. And then we're almost done. Now, you don't need the reciprocal to get rid of this. So on this one, we're dividing by 32, so I'm going to multiply by 32. Do not put the 32 on the bottom. It's not 32 times 32. I could put a 1 under this. And if I do it on that side, I do it on this side. So these cancel out. And this is 64. Now, I want the W on the other side. So what do I have to do with that? This whole expression. Flip everything. So the bigger opening is pointing towards the W. So W, bigger opening. Okay. Now that is the traditional way that they will teach you, but I'm going to show you another way. Watch this carefully. So I don't want this negative here. So do you remember I said I can just switch it to here? Did I do that in this class already? I think I did. If I switch, I don't have to touch the inequality. I'm going to move this here, and I'm going to move this over here. So what I've got left is I've got W over 32. I change the sign, but I don't change this one. And then I've got left that 20, and that positive 18 becomes a negative 18. And then I finish it up. W over 32 is greater than or equal to 2. And watch as we get our answer a little bit faster. So then I just multiply through by a what?
32.
By 32 by 32. And W is greater than or equal to, I think I messed up on my sign here, but that's okay. Not the direction of it though. 64. So we have the same answer. This way is a little bit faster. Yes, sir.
So what if you just put the inequality facing the right side?
This way?
Yeah, facing that.
You don't want to leave it that way. I don't want you to leave it this way, because if I ask you to graph, your graph is going to end up going the wrong direction. We want the letter on the left. Your answers will have that on all of them. Okay. So that's all I'm going to do right now. Listen carefully. You do not need to do anything on this side at all. I just wanted to pull a couple of problems because you will have some fractions here. Right? So this one I need a reciprocal. Do I need a reciprocal on this one? No. I do if it's a full fraction. I don't if it's just being divided on. So at this time, you've only got 16 problems. You can begin. You don't necessarily have to do the puzzle down here, but you do have to find your answer here and cross it out. And make sure your inequality is going in the correct direction. And that is